In this video, I'm going to show you how to install replacement windows in a stucco house with aluminum frames, common to the western United States. Now, if you live in a vinyl, aluminum, or lap-sided house, or a brick house, common to the eastern part of the country, watch that video at lowes.com/videos. Now, regardless of what kind of house you live in, if you haven't seen the removal part of this series, watch that first. And if you want a professional to install your windows, call the folks at Lowe's. As I mentioned in the last video, the installation of different window brands can vary, so be sure to follow your manufacturer's instructions. We'll be installing a sliding window, but for single hung windows, check the printable instructions on our website. Now, brick and stucco houses will require a flush flange application, meaning that the flange of the new window will cover the existing frame and part of the brick or stucco at the window opening. Okay, let's get started. Now, in the previous video, I removed the window sashes down to the existing window frame. Now we'll install some solid wood filler to support the new window. Now, I've cut a piece of rot-resistant wood. The dimensions of this will vary, but the height of it should be slightly higher than the highest lip of the existing window frame. The length can be just less than the length of your windowsill for an easy fit, and the width should be no wider than the inside edge of the new window. I also like to install filler on the sides as well. Next, clean any old paint, sealant, or debris from the window frame. Then seal the frame joints along the sill and the existing screw holes. However, don't seal the weep holes. Then, to prep the new window, remove the packing material and screens. Then remove the sash by sliding the window open and lifting it up and out. Before you install the window, it's a good idea to do a test fit. Set the window in place from the outside and have your helper hold it in place. Verify that the flange will cover at least 3/4 of an inch of the existing frame or stucco. If everything looks good, the next step is to drill screw holes to secure the window. In the middle of the sash pocket, starting 4 inches from the top and bottom, drill 3/16-inch holes around the frame, every 12 to 24 inches. To drill on the bottom, you'll have to remove the track. Then we'll enlarge the holes in the top layer of the frame using a collar stop at 1/4 inch of depth. Once you've drilled the holes, remove the window. Apply a bead of sealant on the face of the existing frame, but leave a 2-inch gap near any existing weep holes. Set the window in place and make sure it's centered. With a helper holding the window from the outside, cut short pieces of shim less than the width of the window frame and place them fat end in at each screw hole. Then adjust the window with other shims thin end in until the window is level and square. With the outer flange tight against the existing frame, drive screws through the top holes on either side. With shims at the other holes, make sure the window is plumb and square and tight against the exterior, and drive screws through those holes. And replace the track. Then reinstall the sash and test the window. If it doesn't slide properly, check the shims. They might be squeezing the frame. If everything is working right, plug the screw holes with the included covers and cut off the shims. Back on the outside, place a bead of sealant along the exterior flange. Leave a 2-inch gap below the weep holes. To seal the inside, apply some insulating foam recommended by the manufacturer and, following their instructions, about 1 inch deep between the window and rough frame. Let the foam expand and cure. Once it's cured, check that the window opens and closes properly. Finish things up by installing the interior trim. And don't forget that Lowe's carries glass cleaner to keep your windows clean. And that wraps up our installation of replacement windows for stucco houses. For more DIY projects, check out our lineup of how-tos at lowes.com/videos.